Hey, what's up guys? It's Street Thug here, and here's my WrestleMania 32 predictions. Now, WrestleMania, oh, and by the way, NXT TakeOver Dallas, awesome. Awesome. And I got every match, except for the Elias Sanson Apollo Crews match. That didn't happen. But every other match I predicted a winner, except for the last one. I thought the Balor Club was going to come out, but I guess not. But that's fine. Finn wins. Hopefully they'll come sooner rather than later. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Okay, so back to what I was saying. WrestleMania this year, I'm going to be a little honest. I'm not as excited as I was last year. And even last year I wasn't that much excited. The only thing that brought my attention to last year was the possibility of Seth Rollins cashing in for the main event and Brock wasn't leaving the WWE. So that made the whole main event unpredictable in that aspect, because you didn't know, hey, is because Brock's staying, is he going to retain, or is Seth going to cash in? And we all know what happened. So this year is not like that, and I'm going to get into that later. But WrestleMania, to me, it's supposed to be a magical moment. It really is. It's supposed to be that magical show that every wrestling fan looks forward to. And I'm going to be 100% honest. It's sad that I'm not that excited for WrestleMania. But at the same time, I'm not crying over, whatever. Because I got a great NXT show. So if WrestleMania sucks, oh well, I'll just pop on Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn and I'll feel 10 times better. So with that being said, this is my predictions for WrestleMania 32. Or WrestleMania, because Vince McMahon doesn't like it when you number it, I guess. That makes him feel old. I don't know. Okay. Let's start with the pre-show. I'm not necessarily going to watch, because the pre-show is already 2 hours, and the main show is 4 hours. That's 6 whole hours of wrestling. All of which of the pre-show is basically them just talking. So I really don't care. But I do know the matches that will be on there, and I'm just going to give my vague predictions on that. First of all, we got the Usos versus the Dudleys in a regular tag match. This should have been a tables match. Should have been, but it's not. Okay. Who I see going over? Usos. They've been teasing that for a little while. I see the Usos coming out of this one. Not looking forward to it because it's nothing's gained from this. It's not extreme. It's not something for it. It's just a regular tag match. So I'm just gonna say Usos. And then the other match on the card on the pre-show is Team Blonde and Bad, I think it is, versus Team Total Divas. And I think it's such a joke that Eva Marie's on there. It really is. It's a huge joke that the WWE, and I heard that the WWE thought that she was going to get a babyface reaction in Brooklyn. Brooklyn. Okay, I'm from Brooklyn, and I'll tell you this. We hate Eva Marie. I'm not in Brooklyn now, but I'll just say now, any real wrestling fan hates her. We do. Let's face it, she wasn't hired because of her wrestling skills. She was hired because of her looks. And that really demoralizes the women's division down to the fucking ground. That women are just going to be hired because of their looks, not because of their talent. NXT's doing a brilliant job. I mean, Asuka's the new NXT Women's Champ. She's not necessarily a supermodel, but she's a fantastic wrestler. Now, I'm not saying every diva needs to be god ugly. No, they can be beautiful. They can be outright gorgeous. But they need to have the skills behind it for us to get involved in it, us to get invested into it. So, with that being said, who I see coming out of this? I heard this is Brie Bella's last match, and she's going to retire to be with Daniel Bryan. So I see her winning her last match, going out on top, or whatever top pre-show can give you, or whatever. I don't know if she's going to retire. I heard this is probably her retirement match, or whatever. If it is, great career, Brie. Hope you have a great life with your husband and future kids. Other than that, I don't really care. It's not big of a deal. Team Total Divas wins. So yeah, that's what it's going to be. I'm kind of curious how good Lana's going to do, though. kinda, not enough to watch, but just like it's like a little bit. All right, now we get into the main show, and like again, I don't have any like list with me, so I don't necessarily know of what shows, what matches there are. Like it's not ingrained into my mind, like what exactly is on there, but I'll try to do my best. Let's go with the New Day versus the League of Nations. Now, at first I thought this was for the tag titles. I honestly did. But when I figured out that it's not for the tag titles, it's just a 3-on-4 handicap match, my anticipations for this being worth something just went out the door. I mean, I love the New Day. Oh God, I love the New Day. They're entertaining as fuck. But again, being entertaining isn't just what you need. You need to have emotion into it. You have to have something backing up the match. And although the entertainment levels of the New Day is, to the roof, it doesn't matter when this match doesn't really mean much. I mean, you could be 4-on-3, 5-on-3. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. So, the winners of this, I'm going New Day. If it was for the tag titles, I would have said League of Nations because the WWE is really high on the League of Nations. I don't see why. So I see the New Day coming out of this on top. Wait, did I say New Day? Yeah. If I didn't, New Day. Okay. Next match is the Intercontinental Ladder match. Now, this match, it has some potentials. Last year they did this, did a ladder match for the IC belt, and it was a fun match to watch. But at the same time, it felt like we're just putting these guys into this match because, just cuz, So, we have Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, Stardust, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, and the champ, Kevin Owens. I thought I left someone out, but because Neville was supposed to be in there, but he's injured. Who do I see walking out of this? It's tied right now. After NXT Dallas, I want to say Sami Zayn because he went out on top on NXT. Might as well give him something on the main roster and give him the IC belt. He deserves it. But at the same time, I feel like Kevin Owens should retain this title because it's been since WrestleMania 17 that the IC title has been successfully defended. So, in my mind, I'm like, okay, let's give them that. Let's let him break that tradition that the champ has to lose at Mania. Let's break it. Let's give it to Kevin Owens because Kevin Owens is awesome. I'm sure this is going to be a fun match for what it is. It's going to be fun, I guess. And I see either Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens. That's what I see. And either way, I think they're going to feud over this title or just feud in general for the next few months, which is going to be fun to watch. Okay, trying to think what else is there. Okay, here's a match that really would have meant something if they didn't play it so many times. And of course talking about AJ Styles versus Y2J. The Phenomenal One versus the best in the world at what he does. Now, just saying it out loud, AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho, if you said this a year ago, people would have been like, that's a dream match in the making. That's WrestleMania worthy. Well, they're doing it now, and a lot of people aren't that hyped on it because, you know why? They literally have done this match on everything else. Raw, SmackDown, Fastlane, and now here we are at Mania with no added stipulation. Okay? I would have been fine with this match if it had any kind of stipulation to the match, but it's not. So, I'm really kind of curious on why they didn't. Like, make it like whoever wins, can go for a title, or the loser has to kiss the foot of the loser. Something, I don't know, make it no disqualification. I don't care. Something like that. Make us seem more invested into it. That's all I'm saying. Let us be invested into the show. So, with that being said, I'm not that invested into this match. I'm sure they're going to have a great match. It just sucks that AJ Styles can't do the Styles Clash anymore because they're afraid he's going to botch it or whatever. So, is what it is. Who do I see the winner of this? I'm going with AJ. They're going to give it to AJ. Chris Jericho is such a company guy. He'll lose to anybody, really. And he'll just be like, okay, as long as it doesn't tarnish my character that much, I'll lose to anybody. But then again, he lost to Fandango. Or Fandango. Fandungo. I'm not doing like Jericho when he did that. But yeah, I see AJ winning this. How he wins, I don't know. Maybe roll up. No, I doubt that. They need to make it. Ooh, maybe Spiral Tap. We could see that. That could be a WrestleMania moment. Okay. I talked about The New Day. I talked about AJ Styles, Chris Jericho. Let's talk about the Divas title. The triple threat for the Divas Championship. Now, this is interesting. This has a lot of people like, who's going to win here? We have the Irish Last Kicker, Becky Lynch, the Boss, Sasha Banks, and the Champ, Charlotte. So, who do I see coming out of this? It's difficult because I can honestly see why each person would win. Becky Lynch to get revenge on Charlotte for turning her back on her. The Boss, Sasha Banks, for just being that dominant person, to just take the title and go running with it. And Charlotte to retain the title because she's that dominant, and she hasn't really grown on me, basically, really, as a champion yet. But I feel like if she wins this match at Mania, she kind of could. But if I had to choose, and I had to choose who's going to win this match, I'm going straight up Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks. She is probably one of the best female wrestlers on the entire world, really. And I heard rumors that they're going to rebrand the Divas division after Mania, the Raw after Mania. So, if they do that, Sasha Banks will be a clear and obvious choice to start off that new generation of female wrestlers. Get rid of the Divas title, get rid of the word diva, make it women's wrestlers, give them an actual belt to be proud about, and then the fans will care more. It's as simple as that, really. And over time, the fans will appreciate women's wrestling more. It's that simple. It's not that hard to understand. Okay, so yeah, I got Sasha Banks on that. Trying to think, what else is there? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I almost forgot. Kalisto and Ryback. This is for the U.S. title. This is a little weird how Ryback got to this place. I feel like he's on his like Goldberg phase. Like he feels like he's unbeatable. He's gonna go for the U.S. title, and he's gonna go for the World Championship or whatever. The only difference with that is Goldberg was awesome. Ryback sucks. That's basically what it is. You can't. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Goldberg is a legend, despite him not being that good of a wrestler. He brought the hype with him. He was probably one of the most hype, like, oh man, I don't know how to explain it. He's the first wrestler I came into contact, like, to see wrestling, and knew, like, really, like, become a hardcore fan. Goldberg was my first, wrestler that I saw. So, Ryback doing this, I'll admit, when I first saw Ryback, I didn't automatically define him as a Goldberg wannabe, but I've seen the way he's done things, and now that he has the tights like Goldberg, yeah, I see it now. So, with that being said, I love Kalisto. Kalisto is awesome. To me, he's probably the next Rey Mysterio. If they get Rey Mysterio back in the WWE, he needs to do a match with Kalisto. That would be a match of the year. Maybe not Shinsuke and Sammy level, but still a good match. Who do I see coming out on this? I don't know. I feel like the WWE wants Ryback to win because they want him to have a push or whatever. But I see Kalisto coming out on this. Maybe Salida del Sol from the top rope like they did on SmackDown. Yeah, isn't that weird? They had this match on SmackDown, and now they're having it at Mania. Whatever. Okay, I know about the 3 main events. I'm thinking, oh, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Now, I'll admit, this match would have a lot more significance to it if the winner got something out of it. Like, there's only 2 winners, and that's Cesaro and Big Show. To me, what I would do with the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal not only gets the trophy, but he gets a title match. It'd be like King of the Ring style. Like, he could get a match in the future, whenever. Give him like a timeline, like say now to SummerSlam or whatever. It's like, okay, you have this amount of time to cash in your number 1 contendership to go for the championship. That's what I would do. Make the match seem more important. I mean, I get the respect for Andre the Giant, but then again, you got to have more to it. You got to have more feeling towards this match to get the fans want to watch this match. So that's what I would do. But they're not going to do that, or maybe they will. I don't know. So, and there's a lot of people I've heard that might come back for this match. I heard Cesaro might come back. I heard Randy Orton could come back. But who do I see winning this? I think it's pretty obvious that Bray Wyatt's going to win this. Which is kind of weird because I thought he was injured, but I guess not. If it's not Bray Wyatt, it's one of the Wyatt families. I think if it's not Bray Wyatt, it's Braun Strowman. I don't see Eric Rowan winning this. So that's what I expect to win. That's who I assume is going to win. If not, I really don't care to put a prediction on that. So, okay. Now it's time for the 3 main events. And this is the order of how much I care about these main events. Last place is Roman Reigns versus Triple H. Then it's Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. And then it's The Undertaker versus Shane McMahon. I'm not going to talk about them in that order because God knows the main event's going to be Roman Reigns versus Triple H, which it shouldn't be. It should be Shane McMahon versus Undertaker, but I'll get to that. I'm going to start off with Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose. Now, I'll be honest. I thought Brock was going to face Bray Wyatt in this. I thought Bray was going to fight Brock, but like I said, he got injured or whatever, so he's not going to do that. So they put him in the Battle Royal. Oh well. So they got Dean going up against Brock, and I'll be honest. I don't know, like, why the WWE thought putting Dean Ambrose in the match with Brock was like a quote-unquote smart idea, because Brock is this dominant person. He's beaten guys like Undertaker, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. He's beaten them with ease. So what makes Dean Ambrose special? WWE's logic? He's crazy. That's basically it. He's crazy. But now this match is no holds barred, and honestly, I forget the last time Brock Lesnar competed at a no holds barred match. I think WrestleMania 2-3 years ago. Yeah, it was against Triple H 3 years ago, and that was an okay match. But I don't know. I'll say this: I'm excited for this match. It's going to be a fun match to watch because it has 2 of probably my favorites on the main roster right now. So, who do I see coming out on top on this? I see Brock. Dean's not going to beat him. I see Brock. For whatever reason, they're protecting Brock to be this beast. Why not make him lose a match every now and then? If he loses a match, it's going to be in a triple threat, and he's not the one getting pinned, or it's going to be by just DQ or count out. So, I don't know why they're doing that, but Brock's going to win. Alright. Here is the match that should be the main event. Should be the main event. But it's not, because WWE, they're out of touch. At least one man in there is. We got Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell. And if Shane wins, Shane gets control of Monday Night Raw. But on the backside of that, if The Undertaker loses, Undertaker's gone. Now, there's always that loophole that, Shane McMahon's in control. He can rehire The Undertaker, which I think they might do. But this match has so much going for it. It has so much emotion, it has so much feeling to it. Like, Shane McMahon coming back is a match worth seeing. An Undertaker at WrestleMania match is a match worth seeing. A Hell in a Cell match at Mania is worth seeing. Control of the Company, that's worth seeing. Everything about this is worth seeing. It really is. It has so much emotion to it. And the promos between Undertaker and Shane and Vince, they've been building this match up, and it feels great. The video packages are awesome, and I see this being match of the night. Although I do see Undertaker carrying Shane McMahon throughout all of this, because Shane McMahon isn't really known for in-ring work. He's not. I mean, he's a crazy stunt guy. He's a stunt wrestler. And for those of you who don't know, that just means he just takes nasty falls and does crazy stuff. That's basically his thing. He's not a technical wrestler. But he's not supposed to be. He's not trained. And I like that. And we even seen, like, from Monday night, when he dropped the elbow on The Undertaker, you know, he still got it. He's in his mid-40s, and he's still got it. He's still as agile as he was back in the Attitude Era. Maybe not as much, but he's in way better shape than he was back in the Attitude Era. I mean, he's working his ass off to get in the best shape in his life, and I think he is in the best shape. So, who do I see winning this? I don't know. My gut is telling me Undertaker. My heart says Shane McMahon. Shit, I don't know. I'm really excited for this match. This is the match of the night, like the most I'll care about during this. Okay. If I'm going to have to choose, I'm going to go Shane McMahon. The main event, Triple H versus Roman Reigns. And I heard this is going to be a no-holds-barred. Yay. Look, they can make a no-holds-barred all they want. I'm still not going to care. Oh, wait, hang on one sec. Alright, sorry about that. I had to go do something real quick. Anyway, back to Roman Reigns versus Triple H. And I heard this is going to be no-holds-barred. I don't care. The story in this is so bad, I can care less if it's no-holds-barred. You know, what are they going to do? You know? For me, this is not a good main event at all, because this is the exact opposite of what the WWE wants. The babyface is being booed out of the building while the heel is being cheered like a hero. Like, this isn't good for them at all. They should have done something different, you know, instead of making it so predictable that Roman Reigns was going to win, you know, the entire thing. If they would have had a good story behind it, I would have been fine with it. If Roman Reigns didn't come out all happy-go-lucky, like, yeah, you know, I got beat up last week, but I'm fine. You can't do that. A hero is not defined by just smiling it off. Heroes get mad too. Heroes get pissed. Heroes get mad. That's part of being a hero. You're human. But you find your way past that. He's just happy-go-lucky. He's just like, you know, he just has that $1 million grin that just has all the fans raving. No fan at all. You know, he doesn't have the respect of the fans yet. And I've said this. I said this to myself like a year ago, that Roman Reigns should have turned heel. He needs to turn heel. If he turns heel, he already has the fan backlash behind him. So that part's easy enough. Now allow him to be hated. Allow him to be the most hated guy on the roster. You know, make him win championships. Make him win like big matches. But because he's a heel, you can expect the fans to hate him. And then farther down the road, say like a year or two from now, the fans will love him so much as a heel that when he turns, they're going to love him as a face. You know, it's that simple. It's not that hard to comprehend or even like think about. Just turn him heel. That's the only way I see this match ever getting a good feel to it. But I just know they're not. They're going to have that big moment where Roman Reigns is standing up at the end of the show, holding up his championship, and confetti going everywhere, fireworks going off or whatever. I don't know who's... The Rock might get involved in this match because he's going to be there and no disqualification. I'm not sure. Maybe they'll put down the cell, like bring that cell down. That way, you know, it'll be more intense. I don't know. But who I see coming out of this, I want. Okay? This is me wanting. I want Triple H to come out the winner. Just so that way, give Roman something else to, you know, fight for, you know? But knowing the WWE, they're going to do Roman Reigns. But my thoughts, I want Triple H to win. I want him to win, but something just tells me that Roman Reigns is going to win. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Okay, so that's my WrestleMania predictions. I'm not really that excited for it, but who knows, maybe like last year, they can shock us. Because I'm almost certain that Shane's going to win, because I think someone's going to interfere in the Undertaker-Shane match. I'm thinking Sting or John Cena. I see either those two getting involved. I really hope it's Sting. I don't want it to be John Cena. If it's John Cena, it better be a goddamn heel turn. It better be a goddamn heel turn. But it's not. It's not. It's not. So yeah, that's what I want. Alright. That's it for me for now. I'll do some reactions. I'm not going to do it like before. The only reactions I'm going to do is, I think, just for Shane McMahon and the main event. I'm not going to do it for Brock Lesnar, and no other match on the card is really worth recording. So I'm going to do the Shane McMahon Hell in a Cell match and the main event. Those are the only two matches I think are worth recording, really. And because of last night and that I don't have an actual camera, I'm doing this on my phone, that I just need, you know, I don't have enough room to do the entire WrestleMania. So I gotta do it like that. So, okay. Have a good WrestleMania. I'll be watching. Hopefully it's good. Street Thug, trust me on this. WrestleMania, it's not looking that great. But who knows? My expectations could be met. Or foreseen. Or overshadowed. Or, I don't know. It could be good. It could be great. It could just be okay. We'll see. Trust me on that. I guarantee it. Sayonara for now.